Ladies and gentlemen, the American Cheering Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Eric Deters Show, sponsored by Deters Consulting, Park Shoga, and Top Shine Detailing. New York City chaos. There was an explosion at an Edison power plant in Brooklyn, and smoke and fire, and guess what? New York City's got a partial blackout. This is gonna happen more and more. Leslie Wolf refuses to answer all the questions about her blocking. Look at this woman. That woman right there at DOJ blocked the investigation of Hunter Biden. Scum bitch. New word, scum bitch. Or a crooked pated swaggering rogue. Take your pick. U.S. oil production continues to go up, up, up. Bad for OPEC. Range Rover. They're one of the easiest vehicles to steal. Their value's dropping. Aren't Range Rovers made in England?
They were.
All right. Mullen and Getz are going out of it. And by the way, they make both good points. Mullen accuses Getz of living off daddy's money. But Getz points out Mullen's getting richer and richer as a congressman through the stock market. So screw you too, Mullen. Humana has an AI program that is denying senior citizens their Medicare Advantage benefits for medical procedures. And there's now a lawsuit against them. $244 million was given by Microsoft to Black Lives Matter. I swear, this world we live in, well, never mind. Former Admiral says we are in touch with non-human intelligence. The freaking world is becoming what we watched in the 1950s, 60s, 70s. All this crazy stuff's going to come true. We are going to have aliens amongst us. Who would ever thought? Trump versus Biden. Trump leads in all 7 battleground states. It's over. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day. Ladies and gentlemen, American Cheering Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Eric Deters Local News Show, sponsored by Deters Consulting, Park Shoga, and Top Shine. By the way, if you'd like to sponsor one of the shows, we got some good deals. Email me at eric@ericdeters.com. Well, violence at the banks is at an all-time high. You can't make this up. Somebody who works for me went down to the banks last weekend and was involved in a fight, and it was crazy. A couple young black guys she thought had guns. I mean, this is going on at the banks. And it's getting worse and worse and worse. Lawsuit against a gas station. The estate of Andrew Combs is suing anybody and everybody relative to his death on December 13th at a Sunoco gas station in Columbus, blaming lack of security. We'll see where that goes. All right, what else do we have? Grandmother tells detectives she's not sorry because she says her family was trying to steal from her. She was shooting at somebody else and killed her grandbaby. Sad, sad, sad. Backpack man pleads guilty to what he did at CVG. Put it behind him, Pac-Man. You know what? Pac-Man's going to get rich again being the agent of that young wide receiver, Chris Henry's son. One day, you watch. $1,500 for murdering a rape victim. That's what Charles Mosley was indicted for. Now listen, let's just be honest. Would you kill somebody for $1,500? Who the hell would kill somebody for only $1,500? Now, folks, of all the shows I did today, I do pop culture, I do sports, he does world news. This is the only segment that I'm using breaking down for a video. It's that Keith Newland was charged in Newport for the murder. They found a badly decomposed body. When the police found him, he had the same clothes on that were on the surveillance camera. Now, can you look at this photograph and thank Jamie Spinley why I might think this is murder is not funny, but why this guy's photograph caught my attention? Who does that look like? That is a young Jack Nicholson. I mean, that is Jack Nicholson young to a T. He could be playing Jack Nicholson. But unfortunately for Keith, he's going to go to jail. He was wearing the same, you would think like, maybe I should burn the clothes. I mean, if I was going to commit murder, I'd burn the clothes I had, right? That I wore. Not Keith. Ransomware is nailing Campbell County School District, and apparently the employee data is compromised. Who gives a dang, right? What are they going to use with that? Now, this is a sad story. I mean, I'll bet you in the history of Sanitation District, nobody's drowned. 2 individuals have drowned. We don't have the names yet. It happened in the area of 2 Steve Tanner Street in Bromley. And what the hell was that all about? Was it a drowning in a septic tank? Was it drowning near the river? Who the hell knows?
They were trapped in something.
I know, but isn't that scary? Mm-hmm. And I know some people work in sanitation districts, so I'm a little bit on edge right now. $39 million. Hamilton County agreed to upgrade Paycor Stadium. Do you know what they play at Paycor Stadium, Jamie?
American football.
American football. I like the way you say that. American football. Coney Island is going to be permanently closed. We ought to buy it, Jamie. We ought to pull a bunch of people together and buy it.
Okay.
This is like an icon for our tri-state. You know what it's going to end up being? The real estate will be used for hotels and God knows what else. All right, Kentucky teachers. They want more money now that Governor Beshear has been inaugurated. There's going to be a session of the Kentucky legislature coming up in January, and the issue is going to be, what are they going to do? Well, the first thing out of his mouth is, let's give the teacher pay raises. Republicans want to do that too. We'll see. Certificate of need might be part of legislation. Representative Marianne Proctor is carrying a ball on this. St. Elizabeth Medical Center is monopoly. It needs to be stopped. Road paving. This is the most corrupt thing in Kentucky politics. Is so corrupt. What happens is the road contractors divide up the state and say, well, you're only going to bid one bid. This was found illegal once upon a time, but I guess it's not anymore. But what happens is only one contractor bids on the road bid, so they get the bid. They know nobody else is going to bid it. They divide up the state. Pretty smart, right? Except it's bad for the Kentucky taxpayers. Supreme Court has accepted the maps of the gerrymandering, or whatever you want to call it, the legislative maps, congressional maps that the Republican legislature drew up. The Kentucky Supreme Court's kind of Democrat, but they've accepted it over the Democrat objections. What does this mean? Republicans will continue to rule the state of Kentucky, except the governor's office. In Ohio, David Taylor, the owner of Sardinia Concrete, as well as an assistant prosecutor, he's got some money, he's already put $1 million in his account, is one of 5 Republicans who are stepping forward to run against Brad Winstrip. He is from Claremont County. And an emergency plane landing. How you like this? Ohio State Patrol Xenia Post said a Cessna 172 single-engine plane set down. It was a 73-year-old pilot from Fairfield. Engine trouble. That's what you do. You land. This is what's different than jets. Those little planes go, and they land. Ohio's 9th Congressional District. Greg Riddell pissed off Donald Trump. So in steps J.R. Murjowski, who lost last time. I met this guy, spent some time down in Mar-a-Lago with him. He's a good guy. So we'll see what happens. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.
Happy Friday, everybody. You're watching Eric Deters World News. This is Jamie Spinley with the latest headlines. A boy who went missing in 2017 was found in France this week, has spoken to his grandmother, and is expected to return to the United Kingdom in the next few days. The family of the youngster, now aged 17, has said to be massively relieved. Alex disappeared with his mother and grandfather 6 years ago during a family holiday to Spain. Danish police said they prevented a terror attack yesterday, announcing that 4 people had been arrested. 3 suspects were arrested in Denmark, and a 4th was arrested in the Netherlands. 1 person has drowned after an inflatable dinghy carrying 66 migrants and refugee towards Britain ran into difficulty off France's northern coast. And a rush hour collision between 2 subway trains in China, Beijing, has left 102 people with broken bones. More than 500 people were sent to the hospital after the incident occurred. The trains collided during heavy snowfall whilst going downhill on the Changping subway line. I hope everybody has a fantastic weekend. The team and I will be back on Monday. Cheerio.
Ladies and gentlemen, American Cheering Bulldog Nation, we don't have much to report about what's happened, but a lot what's coming this weekend. UC versus Dayton on Saturday. Who will win? Xavier is at Winthrop as part of the Skip Prosser Classic. And the University of Kentucky takes on North Carolina. At North Carolina, that's a big game. The Bengals take on the Vikings Saturday, now that college football is off, at 1 p.m. I got an opportunity to go, Josh, but I'm not because I got to go to a party that night. My wife can't handle a football game and a party. So there you go. All right, Raiders. Oh, my God. The second most points scored against the team in history since the Philadelphia Eagles against the Reds. That's how long ago the Bengals was called the Reds. 63. You know what? They say they don't want to fire a player, a coach in the middle of the season, but I think Staley's gone. Now, to Staley's defense, you don't have your quarterback. You don't have all these players. The Chargers must have a bad athletic trainer because they're always hurt. But 63 points. The Raiders hadn't beaten a interdivision foe forever. All right, and then the big games tomorrow you're going to care about is a Bengals fan and a Cowboys fan. Steelers versus the Colts, Bears versus the Browns, Cowboys versus the Bills, and the Ravens versus the Jaguars. The Bama, you ready for this? Nick Saban just hired the Michigan linebackers coach, George Hilo, who was at Michigan this year. Oh, my God. Isn't that funny? He's going to learn a little bit. All right, Tom Brady. I did not know this story. This is so good, Josh Wentz, isn't it? I did not know this. I would figure Tom Brady would be a high school baseball pitcher. You know, he was a typical high school super jock. Yeah. He was apparently a left-handed, power-hitting catcher in high school. So good that the Montreal Expos drafted him. And in 1995, there was a Tom Brady card. And it gets even better. You can't make this up. He signed it, and this apparently card's going to be worth some money.
There was only one, right?
Yeah, apparently there's only one. I mean, it's crazy. Wow, Tom Brady, the greatest football player of all time, on a damn baseball card. He looks like he's enjoying his post-Gazelle life, too. He's going to all the big parties. Joe Flacco signed a one-year deal with the Browns, $75,000 a game, and it's going to have some incentives. Do you believe? I just want to go say about this Deshaun Watson, okay? First off, the Browns make the biggest boneheaded decisions at quarterback. You go back. I mean, they can't find a franchise quarterback for the last 30 freaking years. Yeah. I mean, it's nuts. But Deshaun Watson makes all this money. He comes out of Clemson, makes all this money, big rookie contract, playing for the Texans. And then he makes a fortune signing for the Browns, has hardly played, guaranteed money, he'll be I mean, no football player in the history of the league has done less and gotten more than Deshaun Watson. Jalen Milroe, great news for us Bama fans. He says he's coming back for his senior year. You know, this season has been like a complete dream season I didn't expect as a Bama fan, new quarterback and everything else, but they might win a national championship and then next year look the hell out. All right, Red sign Austin Wins, a catcher. He gets $950,000 unless he's playing in AAA, then it's $300,000. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has her day. Have a great sports weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, American Jerry Bulldog Nation, welcome to Eric Deters Pop Culture Spin Lean the last couple days. But here we go. George Clooney wants UK to win. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, okay, he's showing that he's a UK basketball fan. Your father wrote the introduction to my book, Pioneer Spirit. It is you didn't know this was going to be a book pitch, did you? No. It is the best story of high school basketball ever. It beats Hoosiers. George, do the movie. You can play Coach Miller. Well, you're probably a little too old. You can play somebody else in it. All right. We have to bring this up again. Croy Bierman and Kim Zolciak are at it again. These people are a train wreck. And here we are, keep reporting on them. But apparently the cops came because they were yelling. And he yelled at the cops for coming, that he's simply yelling at his wife because she destroyed their lives because she's effing other men. You know, you look at them and you think to yourself, he's got no chance because he's a former athlete, so he's washed up. She looks like that. Not my type, but we know that, famous people are going to like to, tangle with her. So she'll be okay. She'll land a billionaire. He'll be doing something like selling popcorn on the beach or something. All right. Maestro premiere came out. I can finally watch it. It's going to be on Netflix, I think. Maybe Wednesday. Anyway, Cooper said it meant everything. The world. That Lady Gaga showed up. I wonder what his girlfriend thinks. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.